Hey guys, how's it going? So I thought I'd do a little mommy chat video with you today. Just kind of a laid back mama chat about schooling and what we're planning to do for next year for school. And I have Aubrey with me. Say hi. She's like, I don't want to say hi. Do you want me to angle it down so they can see you too? What do you think? Maybe I'm gonna move my tripod up just a little bit so I don't have to be like this the whole time. Okay, I hope that that's better. So, this little girl is going to be going to preschool again next year, aren't you? You can go to preschool? Is it gonna be fun? Yeah. So this year, at the beginning of the year, she went to preschool for a few months because we were living with our in-laws for a little bit until we figured out what my husband was doing for work and where we'd be living and stuff. And so she went to preschool up there for a few months, and then we had to, her and Connor both did, we had to pull them out because we moved here. And when we moved, we live in Montana, I don't know if you knew that. So when we moved to Montana, there wasn't any preschools available. They were all really full, and if they weren't full, then it was like a preschool slash daycare, and so you had to pay the price of daycare. Even if you just wanted like 2 or 3 part days, you had to pay the price of daycare, which is like $400 or $500 a month per child. So it would have cost us $1,000 for preschool, and I was like, there is no way I'm paying that. So, because we were paying, I think, like $100 for both of them where we used to live per month, which is very doable. But $1,000 a month for preschool was way too out of our price range. So I think it's out of everyone's price range. It's like a car payment, way less than a car payment. So anyway, I just decided to work with them at home, you know, for the remainder of this year, just for preschool. So we do like numbers and letters and shapes, and we do different things at home and different activities at home. And it's been going really good. Do you like doing numbers and shapes at home? Do you like doing numbers and shapes? And it's so fun?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, we like to color. Coloring is one of her favorite things to do. So I've just been working with them, you know, at home and stuff like that for this year. And then the tough decision came, you know, this year for me, because Connor's at the age, he's in the bathtub, by the way. I tried to get him to come in here, but he could bath like all day long. He could take like a 3-hour bath if I never got him out of the tub. He'll get out and then like an hour later he'll ask me to go back in. He loves baths. That's like his favorite thing in the world. And at least he's really clean. He's in the bathtub and he's like, no, I don't want to be in the video right now, but I'll call you when I'm done, and then maybe later I will be. So maybe he'll be in it later, I don't know. I don't like to force him to be in videos. So anyway, so this year it was a really tough decision because she is going to be 4 in May, so she'll be 4 by the time school starts, and Connor turned 5 this year, so he turned 5 in January, which means next year it's kindergarten age, which has been super hard for me to even wrap my head around. Connor's arrived! Okay. Remember what I told you, we have to settle down. So, Connor, I had to like cut it off because he was walking in the door with a bare butt, and I was like, nobody wants to see his man bits. So we had to cut it off for a second. So, so this year Connor is starting, what grade? What grade are you going to be in this year? What grade are you going to be in this year?
Kindergarten.
Oh my gosh, kindergarten.
Me
and
too,
no, you're going to be in preschool. So this year, this little boy, he's showing you his Legos. So this year, he is going to be in kindergarten, which is just nuts. In mommy videos, you just never know how crazy your kids are going to be. Aubrey wanted to go in the other room. She was done with the video. So this year was really hard because, you know, we had a decision to make. Do we want to send him to public school or do we want to do homeschooling? And here, kindergarten's full day. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So that he's going to be starting at 8:30 in the morning and go until 3:15, which in my opinion is such a long day for kindergarten age. That's way too long. So, you know, I had a decision to make. So I started thinking about doing, you know, homeschooling. I kind of wondered about that for a little while. And, you know, I've been thinking about this for months and months, and I researched it and I looked up different programs, and, you know, I really put my all into it. And at the end of the day, I just decided, you know, I don't feel adequately smart enough to teach my kids homeschool. Now, I know that several people are going to disagree with me because I know that there's so many programs out there now and all this stuff, and I know that I'm smart and I graduated high school and I did very, very well in high school, but at the same time, like, I don't feel like I am smart enough to teach my child that much information that they need. And you know, a part of me just, I don't want him to go to kindergarten. I know I'm going to be a wreck like that whole entire week. I know it's going to be really hard on me because he's going to be gone all day, and that's going to be really weird. And then the year after, when Aubrey starts, none of my kids are going to be home, and I don't know what I'm going to do. But I thought about homeschooling for a while. I just don't think I'm smart enough to teach them what they need to know. And especially in this day and age, like, I didn't start learning like fractions and stuff like that until like junior high. Like, they didn't even like touch that in elementary school. And now it's like elementary school, they're learning fractions, they're learning how to like do multiplication, they're learning how to do division, like long division. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, math is my one terrible subject. I'm very well with like times tables, division, like all the easy stuff, but when it goes into like geometry and chemistry and all that, I'm like, heck no, sign me out. So I just don't feel like I'm smart enough to teach them. And I just think that somebody that's qualified to do that has like a degree to do that would be so much better than me. And another reason is, you know, I feel like my kids need interaction. I know other kids are different, and I know that just because kids are homeschooled doesn't mean that they're going to be weird at all. You know, that's not the case. But I feel like for my kids, like, they need that interaction because, you know, we like to stay home. We don't really go out a ton. We're kind of like homebodies, and we like that. But I feel like my kids just need that interaction with other kids. They need to be able to go and play. They need to be able to, you know, socialize with other kids, because I don't know a ton of people here yet, and there's not a ton of people Connor's age in like our church or anything. And so I just feel like he really needs that. And, you know, another thing for me is I feel like he learns a lot better from other people than he does from me. He learns so well from me with certain things, but with like when it comes to like doing like when we do like numbers and shapes and letters, he loses like focus very, very fast. And I have to like keep saying, come on Connor, let's do this, you know. And I have to tell him, you know, you'll get a treat at the end of this if you do really well. And I think that, you know, that's because I'm his mom, and he knows like, oh, I don't have to, you know, listen to her. She's not gonna get mad at me or anything, you know, because I don't get mad at them when they don't want to do certain things, you know. When it comes to like schooling and stuff, I'm just kind of laid back in that because I don't want to be too pushy and I don't want to make him hate it. So I just think somebody else would be so much better for him, because then it's like he's not mad at me for everything, because as a parent, you have to nag on your kids for so many things. Like, you're so nagging all the time. I feel like I'm just a big nag. I feel like I'm the terrible parent and my husband's the fun parent, because he's at work and when he comes home it's all fun and the kids just love that. And with me, I just like, I nag on Connor. Okay Connor, help me pick up your toys. Okay Connor, let's pick out your outfit that you're gonna wear today. Okay Connor, let's work on shapes and numbers and letters. Okay Connor, I need you to help me do these chores today. Like, just nag, nag, nag. And I feel like, you know, as a mom, you want to be a fun mom, but you also have to be a nagger, and it kind of drives me crazy that I have to be the nagger, and, you know, which is totally understandable. And I'm just like, you know, with school, I feel like that would go down the rabbit hole very fast. I feel like I'm nagging on him for everything else. I do not want to be nagging on him with school too. I don't want him to have to be home all day just hearing me nag on him nonstop. I want somebody else to be able to nag at him for once, you know what I mean? So I don't know, there's pros and cons, and I love the idea of homeschool. I just think it's amazing, and if you do homeschool or if you're planning to, I think you're incredible. And, you know, let me know below like what the pros and cons of your homeschooling experiences have been and what grades your kids are in, because I think it is just amazing. And I would love to be able to homeschool my kids. I just don't feel like for me it would be the best, and I feel like for them it wouldn't be the best. So there's pros and cons, but I just love the idea of it, and I love my kids being home. It's gonna be so hard, and it's gonna be so weird, and you know, maybe after like a year or so of Connor going to public school, I'll pull him out and do homeschooling for a while and see. But right now I just don't feel like I have enough information. I don't feel like I would be prepared enough to do homeschooling. When I do something, I like to be very prepared, and I like to know what I'm doing, and I like to know exactly how to do it and what's going on, and I don't like to stumble. And so I feel like with homeschooling right now, I just do not feel like I'd be prepared. I don't feel like I have enough information. I don't have enough knowledge, and I feel like I'd need to learn a lot more. So, you know, maybe one day, but I think it's amazing nonetheless. And if your kids are in homeschool, I think that you're incredible for doing it, because what an amazing experience, and what an amazing thing as a mother to be able to do, and what a sacrifice. I mean, how awesome. I just think that's great. So anyway, maybe one day, because I love the idea of it. I just don't feel like I'm qualified enough yet. So there's Stella. So anyway, I hope you guys have such a great day, and I hope you guys are having a good week, and I will talk to you all later.